No, 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 no. This is not what you have to do to Battlefield. Hey everybody, Zeno here, and welcome to Xfps. This is not the way I wanted to start off the channel, especially since it's technically been active. It's been inactive for ages, but I thought it'd be a good idea to start off posting on the channel finally, especially with the reasons on what the heck they're going to change to Battlefield. They're going to do a lot of changes I kind of don't agree on in the upcoming 5.2 update, and I don't know, I want to tell you guys my opinion on a lot of the changes. A lot of the stuff I'm going to tell you I don't care for right now are the things like the Fliegerfaust, which is the anti-aircraft rockets for the infantry. They're just going to make it a little bit weaker and stronger at ranges, just a little more. They're going to need it. Oh. You just kind of need a little bit more skill to use it, so you don't easily take out aircraft. So what the heck, I don't really care. Aircraft isn't always a problem for me. They apparently are delaying that suicide, whatever you call it, thing you saw in the Battlefield Pacific trailer where they charge at the tanks with a mine and you almost kill yourself. Oh my, what was I saying? Oh, well, that was one of the things I don't really care about. They're delaying that suicide mine charge bayonet thingy. I don't remember the name for it. I apologize. I will when it comes out. But that's delayed. But we're going to start getting the changes I actually really, really dislike. Or should I just say hate? Because they're going to be changing the time to kill on pretty much every single weapon in the game. And I don't necessarily agree with that. The biggest reason is this is going to make snipers dominate in the long run. A lot of guns do kill fast in this game, and it is not necessarily a bad thing. I do understand it does suck to be on the receiving end of that, but I think where they're at, it's still fine. SMGs are still kind of really slow on their velocity. They had to speed that up since the game came out. A lot of assault rifles are still pretty powerful, but they're kind of all-in-one everything, kind of weapon. LMGs, especially the ones with belt-fed magazines, that's probably not what I meant to say, box magazines, whatever you call it, they're not magazines. A bunch of ammo, they're going to become, they're really powerful if you don't move and you don't get caught. That, everything I think is fine, but with the chart I've seen, I might put it over myself in the description below here, a lot of stuff on that almost looks like they're going to double the amount of bullets it takes for you to kill somebody. And I don't necessarily agree with that. It might make battles actually be battles, but it is going to make it a lot harder to sneak up on people. It's going to make it a lot. I don't know if they're going to change headshots. I didn't read the charts 100%, but they might make headshots just like the thing you need to go for. You have to pre-aim for if you want to make sure you take out that guy as fast as possible. If not, I mean, obviously snipers still have to kill with one headshot. They're going to make everybody want to use those, or explosives are going to reign supreme once more because, I mean, they never really mentioned about anything about explosives dealing less damage. And despite the fact that they neutered the anti-tank rifle killing infantry people in one hit, it still does a lot of damage, and all you have to do is just throw dynamite, throw grenades like there's no tomorrow, and that'll be the easier way to kill somebody from the looks of it if they actually roll out this change 100%. Like, if they're concrete with what they're doing, that's a big problem that's going to happen. The next one, this probably bothers me more than anything else because they're making it easier to spot people. And again, I had this whole video, I got all this information from Level Cap Gaming. You should go check out his videos. They're freaking amazing. But he says it's a good thing because visibility has always been a problem in Battlefield, and yes, I can agree with that too. But the solution they're going with, I completely hate. And the fact that is, if you walk into a room, anybody within 15 meters of your vision gets a little red dot on their head, even if you're not really looking at them. That takes the whole element of surprise out of the window, and I think that is a horrible way for them to address that kind of visibility problem because camping is bad. I obviously hate it when somebody's just sitting in a corner for 5 minutes and I walk in front of them and I die. Of course I'm going to shout swear words into the next millennium, but they got me. You know, it's supposed to be a World War II game. It might as well be a sci-fi shooter if we're going to have virtual little things go. I mean, it's a video game, obviously, but it's just these kind of things don't 100% make sense. I mean, Call of Duty does it. I don't know why it doesn't bother me on there. It's a lot more fast-paced, but when you run for 5 minutes to go to the D flag in Battlefield just to be killed because the 2 seconds you went and looked for cover, this dude saw the little red dot on top of your head because he was kind of looking at you at the edge of his screen, but automatically goes because he saw you, you're just going to get shot in the face and you're going to not want to play the game ever again. It's just going to be more rage-inducing, and I'm not going to like that. That is a huge problem. Now, let me look at the post here real fast. The other thing I really hate that they're going to add is the fact that they're going to send you a little notification on your mini-map if you've been spotted by a flare, or you've been spotted by like a recon class's scope, or if you get shot by them, because that's a recon perk. The fact that they're telling you that you've been spotted, I think is a stupid idea, because you're not supposed to know. In futuristic games like Advanced Warfare, where they had those grenades and it went rah, and it showed you like you getting identified, that kind of makes sense, especially if you're in a confined little room. But the whole point of you knowing if you're spotting or not is up to you. You're supposed to know. You hear a flare off in the distance, and you look at your mini-map, and no, that doesn't look like an ally one. You don't have the circle thing on the mini-map. Obviously, some enemy shot a flare, which obviously means your position is probably compromised, and you got to do something about it. You got to throw smoke, you got to move, you got to look for them. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, I guess this makes sense if you're not really listening on what you're doing, but it's just a factor on what you have to do in shooter games. That's like giving too much of a handicap to the people who don't know they've been spotted. You know, you shouldn't really be playing an FPS game if you don't take the steps to find this stuff out while you're playing, you know? You could just play casually, it's all up to that, but those are compromises you do. You play the game on mute, you're not going to know when people shoot flares. You're not going to know. If you get shot by a sniper rifle and live, obviously your location's been compromised. You don't need that stupid little indicator on the bottom left of the screen saying,
"Hey, you've been spotted. Maybe you should move."
You got shot. Obviously, you need to know to move. How stupid do you have to be? That's one thing we don't need to add into the game. And I think if I look at the post here, there was one more thing I did not like about it. But those are the two biggest ones. And it was how you see people and how you get spotted. The fact that they have to tell you that, I think, is something apparently people are too stupid to know if they've been spotted. They don't pay attention enough. If you're not paying attention enough in a war game, why in the hell are you playing it anyway? It boggles my mind. I have to rant about it, and that's kind of what sparked me into making my first Xfps video. And I did have plans to do like a he's returning even though he never left kind of thing, but I don't know. I like wearing this when I make FPS-based videos. Sunglasses are supposed to give me a false identity, even though you know it's me. I even say I'm Xeno. I've actually thinking about making his name Sergeant X, which kind of sounds like a code name. And I mean, sergeants don't wear ballistic vests. They kind of wear uniforms, I think. I don't know. I'm not really a huge military guy, but I want to fake it for FPS games. I thought it'd be fun, something to do. What do you guys think? Should I keep wearing this and put on the character just for the fun of it? Or should I just talk like Xeno and be all boring? Because I could do that. Hey, you, like I'm in the trailer, I'm Sergeant X, and I'm fucking pissed that Battlefield is fucking everything up. I'm gonna go play Modern Warfare because I don't know what the hell I am. I'm just a guy who plays FPS games, and whenever one pisses me off, I go to the other one and play that for a while until they fix the other thing, and once they do it my way, and I'm a whiny little bitch, I can get everything that I want, I'll play that game again, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know, that voice gets to me. I could just talk lower. A whole bunch of different things. It's obviously a work in progress, but again, for the people who came here for that Battlefield content, the rant part, what do you think? Because I know a lot of people aren't liking it. I'm surprised that Level Cap liked those changes, because they don't make any sense to me. They're dumbing down the game a lot, and you're not supposed to in a game you're supposed to be afraid for your life. I mean, of course you respawn, blah blah blah, but they're all changes that don't make sense to me. That's all I have to say. I want to see your guys' opinions. I've ranted on long enough, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Who knows? It might be about Modern Warfare, probably, because I have problems with that game too. Until then, where's my pistol? Sergeant Zach's out of here, and I'll see you later. Wow. I don't get messages for how long? 3-4 hours, and the 1 minute I decide to make a damn video is the time my phone decides to go off.